Today we're going to be looking at a quick sort algorithm. Here's the specification, and you can see we're currently on algorithms part F, standard algorithms, and we're looking at these sorts, the first one being the bubble sort. The quick sort uses the divide and conquer algorithm, similar to the merge sort, which quickly reduces the size of the problem. It uses a pivot from the dataset, and all other items are compared to it using the pivot. It's more efficient than a merge sort as it uses less memory, but this does depend on the pivot that's chosen. It uses less memory than a merge sort because a merge sort relies heavily on a recursive solution. This means it's better for larger datasets. One of its main uses is for parallel processing and real-time systems, such as life support, aircraft controls, or defence systems. To explain the quick sort, I'm going to recommend you watch the Craig and Dave video, which gives you a really good indication of what you need to do. Whilst watching the video, please write down the key learning points that you'd need to use for this sort. Here's an example of a quick sort. Our pivot is set to the first item, in this case position 0, which contains Florida. We have two pointers, indexed at number 1 and number 4. The last pointer is indexed at the last item in the list, and the first pointer is indexed in the first position after the pivot. We consider the first pointer that Georgia is not less than Florida if we're looking in alphabetical order, so the first pointer is finished. We consider the second pointer. California is actually less than Florida, so this means we swap Georgia and California. Now consider our first pointer at step 4. California is less than Florida, so we increment the first pointer. In step 5, we consider the first pointer again. Delaware is less than Florida. D comes before F. So we increment the first pointer. At this point, the first pointer, Alabama, is also equal to the last pointer. We consider the first pointer, Alabama, is also less than Florida. So we increment the first pointer. You can see the first pointer is now pointing to Georgia. The first pointer is greater than the second pointer at this point, so we can swap the pivot value with the second pointer, Alabama and Florida. In step 8, the quick sort items to the left of Florida now, and we set Alabama as the pivot. We set the pointers indexes to 1 and 2. In step 9, we consider the first pointer, California is not less than Alabama, so the first pointer is finished. And that means the second pointer, Delaware, is greater than Alabama, so we can decrease the second pointer. This puts the pointer for the second pointer and the first pointer in the same place, pointing at California. California is greater than Alabama, so we can decrease the second pointer. The first pointer then is greater than the second pointer, so we can swap the pivot at this point again with the second pointer, Alabama and Alabama. Step 13, we quick search the items to the left of Alabama and there's none. So that means we've set that in the correct place. We quick sort the items to the right of Alabama and set California as the pivot this time. Our pointers are 2 and 2, our first and last one. The first pointer, Delaware, is not less than California, so the first pointer is finished. On step 15, we consider the second pointer. Delaware is greater than Alabama, so we decrease the second pointer. And it's at this point in 16 we know California is going to be in the correct place, and the first pointer is greater than the second pointer. In this instance, we're now basically finished. There's only one item left in the list, and so we can set the rest of those pointers. Now complete the exam questions, mark them and make improvements.